We're back.
Not quite a startling revelation, I must say. Whoever thought a third party transplanting entire scene of the crime like that?
Indeed, my lord. Nevertheless, there are a few, in fact, primarily, that they accuse is the only person who could have possibly committed the crime. No, I disagree. Now that we know the true scene of the crime is that there's someone else. Another person who could be responsible for the knife in the victim's back. Forgive me for being... but I believe the prosecution is aware of the possibility already.
Lord Van Zieks, is that true?
Very well. Name the person if you will, if a further investigation is warranted. The prosecution has no objection to the trial continuing.
You want to name this other person who could have portrayed the crime?
Pretty sure it's the maid. Yep. The defense would once again like to request the cross-examination of a new witness, my lord.
Once again?
My assistant made the same request earlier. In order to finally reveal the truth about this case, it's better to be crossing jury number 4, Miss Joan Garab.
Me? How dare me?
That request has already been denied. But the situation is already very different now. Why is the music so? Why is everything so low? As I check the stream. This is Garrow. Answer me this. What do you want now, you little toad? At the time of the incident, were you engaged in a violent argument with your husband, Mr. Joe? The course of the argument, a minor house fire was ignited, and because it's on the room, your husband opened the window and it looked like the Bray Road. Wait, what of it? You threw the book in your husband. Liz cornered his back against the window. Upon striking the panel with the hinge, the book plummeted directly down, finding its way to what we now know to the true scene of the crime of the incident. Yes, I said, what of it? During the argument, you were beside yourself with rage. As such, you threw not just books, but anything you could lay your hands on. So, let me ask you one more time. This knife, the one removed from the victim, is back. Why is it? Why? I want to mute that. Have you really never laid eyes on it before? I don't recall it. Seriously? Am I supposed to remember everything I picked up and threw at my husband? Anyway, the man over there remembers the judge don't need to testify, did he? Conveniently, yes. No, I have a recollection of her saying that I'll eat jury number... No, I have no recollection of that at all. Jury number 4. Oh! Make no mistake, your juries are not special in any way. You're not immune to the judicial process. If you know something about this knife, madam, let the truth come out. But that's just a common or garden knife. Something like that at home. If one wasn't missing, how would you expect me to know? What's that? Are you joking? What are you saying, please? Now listen to me. I refuse to believe all this nonsense. I couldn't bear the thought that I injured someone. Do you hear? I couldn't bear it. Ah, the poor woman. So, yes, I want evidence. I want to see hard evidence if you're going to insist that this is being of my fault. You're going to have to prove to me I threw the knife, that's what you think. Come along now, chop chop, do your worst. Well, if I had evidence like that, believe me, I would have thrown her at her already. Then take the stand, juror. Oh! The question doesn't object to the defense's request in the cross-examination of this woman. Thank you, Lord Vanzies. I'm going to have to testify. Juror number 4. Juror number 4. I'm sure you will appreciate having these terms for your own eyes today. The truth might have been unlearned. Truth of the witness himself and I have been made aware. How daring me! So I demand you full and honoring testimony, Mrs. Garrett. Mark my words, in this court of law today, we shall extract the truth. Do you concur, counsels? Certainly, my lord. Oh, that's what I was hoping for, my lord. This is such a strange feeling. For the first time since I arrived in this country, this actually feels real. I'm here in the Old Bailey, and I'm a lawyer. Just like. Please state your name and occupation.
Oh, yes. My name is Jonah Gara. And I'm, well, amateur and such like.
Sounds like she doesn't know what she sounds like she doesn't even know if she's a housewife or a maid or whatever anymore.
The council's decided testimony is required to clarify the matter of this case. Well. Oh, yes, my lord.
You will tell the court everything that took place in your household the evening in question. And I warn you, do not attempt to hide the truth.
Oh, dearie me.
Shut up, John, nothing to worry about.
Oh, I didn't know you were here, John.
Wasn't only you that night in the old thing, was it? I'd rather think to testify I ought
myself as well, don't you? But what about your knee, dear?
Don't worry about that. Hardly notice it. I'm sort of chap to leave a comrade to face this disciplinary action alone.
Oh, John.
I presume
you're Mr. John Garabel.
Yes, sir. Former second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment of the 4th Norfolk Reserve. Seen my fair share of action and now living quietly a life as it were. A quiet life. You're not engaged in incredible violence with your spouse the day in question. Well, yes. Quite.
I believe this may represent a first entry of the British court. Calling a jury witness to sentence in particular. However, the court will hear testimony now during our report and that of your husband. You will recount clearly concise the events of the home incident took place.
Yes, at once. Yes, on the day in question, you're referring to the wife and I didn't have a bit of skirmish. Can't recall the reason now. Knocked the candlestick over and set a fire to the carpet. Soon it had enough to tell us and threw out the window.
Meanwhile, I was picking up whatever I could find, threw at him.
Plenty of knives at that place. Can't say I've noticed one or two missing, I'm afraid. It's a very thing the victim was really ours. You have a job proving, I think.
It sounds as though it's a quite battlefield in your household at that evening.
Although, an entire one-sided assault, it seems. The enemy caught us on a hop, sir. I had no chance to dig in take defensive matters. To be honest, if the enemy had kept chilling us another minute, we had been toast. Of course, a veteran such as myself is only too aware whenever you just gnat's whisker from the death at any moment. Are we going to talk about the material quarrel here?
But, well, I will say, this morning was shedding light on the origins of the jackknife.
In combat, one's focus, such a round is barely noticed. These witnesses may not be able to offer any more than they've testified already. This may be a dead end. These may be all right.
Well, what
are the chances to uncover the truth? Yes, I'm afraid so.
Through council, bring you cross-examination.
I need to grab me a drink, though. I don't remember the reason. It was the... I gotta grab me a drink. My throat's messing up, though. So I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab me a drink. My throat's feeling like weird for some reason. I returned. I bet a lot of people are busy today. That's probably why chat's dead. I bet she's busy today. That's fine, though. That's understandable. My days have been busy. I do think this episode is getting interesting, though. Hey, I just mentioned you right when you text and chat. I just mentioned you. No, we ain't that far though. Don't worry. No chatters. No, I just mentioned you, and I summoned you. It's like I summoned you. I went to go get me a drink. Cause Because I needed one. I don't know why. I don't know why they got it. It's got to be like a glitch or something, or maybe they don't do another. No, they do notifications. I was about to say maybe they don't, but no, I get notifications every once in a while. Knock the candlestick over and set over the fire. Next a candlestick over and set a fire to the carpet. Soon enough, and have Dad to open the window, basically. Yeah, unless yeah, it's usually I usually stream around like here, like at 1 or something, at over here. Sometimes I don't get to stream because of stuff coming up. Where you at? The reason is what you told us yesterday, I believe. Yes, that's right. If I remember correctly, it was all started because a note was tucked into the pages of the book that belonged to Miss Garrel. A rather passionate note, in fact. Mrs. Garrel found the note. She discovered her husband's little secret. She gave him a mighty number of slaps across the face for it, too.
What a sword! State of affairs. Hell on earth. I say, what a chap!
What a chap can't recall such things as common decency, not to drag it up as at all. Besides, half of it was a wide mark anyway.
Unlikely story. These waters run very deep. And what transpired next after the multiple blows to the face?
And the fire also spread some fire across the furniture, didn't it?
The bookcase, my armchair, anything of mine, really. It just happened to be some bathwater around that evening, so I sloshed it that out to put it out. What's the precise situation to put yourself in? I lived with three-story house on the west side of the streets where the water main isn't connected yet. Had to draw water from the public pump water pump during the day if you need any, you see. The Lord is always moaning that they can't get any water at the night. Although the little mustache Japanese man buys water in bottles. Water in bottles, I believe.
Definite, you mean?
Yes, he receives a splendid of his studies, from his country. Can you imagine being able to brew a pot of tea of ours? He's obviously very well off. Have you actually seen the state of the man?
I believe he uses all his income to buy books.
Well, anyway, the point is, I was able to douse the fire with water, fortunately enough. Meanwhile, I was picking up in whatever I could throw at him. Even though the room was on fire, as far as I was concerned at the time, it was more important to extinguish my anger than the flames. When a woman wants to throw, she must throw. That's most certainly not true of that takedown. How did you know what I was thinking that? So, please cast your mind back on trying to remember. I'm see through the husband with me. In all honesty, I don't recall. But I feel like I must point out that I am no monster. Let me see. Some bread, a cabbage, garlic, a towel, and a sponge. A napkin. Ha! Give us something to add, sir. Mrs. Garum. Mr. Gabriel. Don't shoot. Sorry. I beg your pardon. Your wife might just bring you something to mind. Nothing insignificant, no. Just the bar. A projectile as the old thing launched in my direction. With so much solid that she applies, books, bricks, and the fire broke. I seem to recall. Ouch. The woman aim is just uncanny. Oh, good grief, woman. We're not at home now. This is the court of law. Oh, dear me. Ever so sorry, dear. What's she even doing with the teapot here? Honestly, John, I would never think such things at you, obviously. Well, take a look at this, then. How do you suppose this happened? Your pipe, sir. Had this thing in my hand as usual at the time of the onslaught. Knocked it clean out of her into soft projectile. She did, yes. And when I went to pick up the thing up, it was broken in two. I'd like to see the sponge do so that sort of damage. I see. Your pipe was broken. It would never have been seen flying unless it was hit by something pretty solid. Anyway, I managed to bandage the thing back up for now. Huh. You're into extraction, aren't you, dude? I wonder what we should make of this count.
You think this is important? I think maybe it's important.
But I'm not 100% sure.
I'm thinking. His pipe being broken in two, this might be important, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm thinking. Using my brain. What do you think, she? Or are you not paying attention? I want to say it's important.
Objection.
This war will tell us one thing. The tray of firewire and the pipes, as well as the hearts.
What are you drawing, she?
What are you drawing? You need common sense, what's my ad?
Might one.
In that case, would you at least permit us to examine the pipe, sir? Well, I don't see why not.
Oh, dear me. There you go again, trying to integrate yourself with the young lady.
Very well. The court accepts this gentleman's pipe as evidence.
At least we got the pipe as evidence. Ah, okay. I got you. I suppose I didn't speak out of turn. I was just feeling rather disappointed that you requested turned down. Oh no, it's fine. Thanks. We have some new evidence to work with. We should examine it carefully.
Well, thank you for that. Rebuttal, Miss Ige. What can you tell us the court that you and I have used to attack the victim?
Let's take a look at the pipe. It's wooden. I understand though. Man, a birthday gift for your friend. I understand. Oh, what's that? What is that? No, something just twinkled inside the chamber with the pipe there. Yes, I saw it. Something stuck in there, I think. Let's turn it over and gives it a shake. What's this? Tiny fragment of metal. It looks like a tip of a blade or something. Tip of a blade? Surely it couldn't be. It's from the knife. Who's this? It's from the knife. It's from the knife, I bet you. It looks like the tip of a blade or something. Tip of a blade. Is something wrong, Mr. Mario? I don't really know. There's just something No, I'm not even gonna try to say that word. There's just, I can't quite put the finger what it is. Perhaps in that case, it would be wise to examine some of the other piece of evidence again. I'm not even gonna try to say it. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to examine it. I'm going to save. Just we got new evidence. Ah! I wanted to look at the knife. Probably never. Oh, sure is. I never noticed the chunk of it was missing. Oh, look here. A small piece of the blade appears to be missing. Wait, part of it's missing? Could be wrong, but I've just got a feeling. You remember this? Ah, that's a tiny fragment of the memo we found inside his pipe. Yes, and just maybe. Oh my, it's a perfect fit! Somehow, I just knew it. I can print the fragment. There, we got it, Mr. Garrow, can I ask you to take a good look at this, please?
You ask, but I can't see a Bailey thing.
You can't?
You used to call me Dead-Eyed Tib back in the regiment, of course. But that was some time ago.
Now, even when I'm trying to enjoy a large print book by the fire these days,
I struggle to tell B from D and P from Q, to be honest.
who does deary me? It's rather wearing being asked to every other letter in every other word. You must D very doesy. What's that?
A tiny scrap of metal.
Yes, certainly from the tip of the blade. It appears the person to be a tiny scrap. It's in fact a crucial piece of evidence. Interesting. And where did the defense come by this evidence? It was lodged in the chamber of his pipe.
My pipe, you say? By Jove, I wonder how that got there. And what precisely the fragment of Minnesota can't... Are you suggesting that in some sort of way the matter of stabbing Umbrella Road?
I am.
What?
When you put to a court record, I believe this tiny fragment of metal will unravel the whole truth of the case, my lord. I bet we're almost done with this episode, though. And we're almost done with the first game, I think.
He very confident in Social Council. Very well then, proceed to the court. What evidence is paired with this fragment of metal that reads the truth of this entire case?
This is the knife that was found in the victim's back. You take it closely. There's another game, yeah. There's a second one. This is just the first one. So after this, we'll be streaming the second one after the first one. So, and then we'll move on to the... Yeah, I don't know. We're going to move on after The Great Ace Attorney. Common issue of the film is so the intelligent street marketers. Criminals who use their regular read tips lodged in the victim's bones.
And what of this particular knife?
No doubt the tip is suffered the physical face. In the spine of the victim. No, that's not the case. The tip of this particular knife blade is the fragment of the metal we just discovered of his pipe.
Ah! Ugh! Good grief, Lord Van Zeeks! I don't believe it.
The knife from the crime scene and this fragment of metal. A perfect match!
Good golly gosh! Order! Is this some sort of Eastern sorcery?
This is no magic, my lord. This is a miracle.
A miracle?
Spencer's figured out too, has he?
Counsel, explain this extraordinary coincidence at once.
Yes, my lord. The crucial point that we have asked ourselves here is when did the fragment and something that is clarified for us must be had this thing in my head as usual at the time of the onslaught. Knocked it clean out of the hand and soft project she did, yes. It would never have been set flying unless hit by something pretty solid.
Oh dear me.
Hearing the argument to occur just as the victim was payment below, Mrs. Garrow flung this knife at her husband. However, the knife missed Miss Garrow, instead striking the pipe in his hand at the time, which caused the tip of the break to break off, of course.
Good Lord!
Was he seriously smoking a broken pipe, which I doubt still works, with a shard of a knife in it? Yes, and the vessel was found in time to lift the plate. Found inside his pipe.
It takes 1,000,001.
And yet, there's no other explanation of the tip blade ended up in your pipe. Then, after losing its tip, the knife ricocheted off the pipe and threw out the open window. Ah! The knife fell from the window of Mrs. Garrett's house. It's the very knife that struck the victim in the back of the street below. Oh gosh, oh dear, oh no!
Objection!
A full-bodied theory, I'll give you that. Actually, possible advantage. Allow me to toast my learned friend's characteristics. His bolting out his argument. Sorry? But after all, it's just a theory. The bottle, I fear, is corked. But you see, it's spotted. What?
Nonsense, explain yourself.
What inconsistency you claim to identify? An inconsistency of the simplest nature, my lord. The victim was found with the knife planted in the middle of her back. Yes, and her... Ah! That's right, you silly man. I think I know the explanation. My theory is she went to pick up the book because the book fell first. My idea is what should happen. She saw the book fell, and she went to pick it up, and then when she bent down, the knife lodged into her back like that. That's right, you silly little man.
Now, Jonah, thing, what are you going to go so excited about?
Let's consider the basic facts of the case for once. Once more. The victim was walking the pavement before being stabbed and falling to the ground. The knife struck her in the fall above. There was no possible way that it could plant itself in the victim's back.
Gah!
In the back of his things burnt. I just noticed that.
Order!
Quite right. You see, that's exactly right. If the knife had fallen from above, it would have struck her onto the top of her head. Now she was bent over.
Well, he's lost for words. Look,
I knew it. I never liked this theory in the first place. Yeah, if you saw something fall to the ground, an average person would look down and look down and see what it was. An average person would do that. If the theory is inconsistent, it cannot stand. Your theory, my learned friend, is history.
We're so close. I can see the truth.
You were so sure we're on the right track. But now the way has been blocked completely by just one simple inconsistency. Or in other words, you simply need to eliminate one of the inconsistencies with a theory that will stand. Don't worry. You were just caught off guard, that's all. Your mind went blank. But if the penalty was incorrect, it will present itself. The key to this is the whole record, I'm sure. All the information you need is there. You have nothing to say, my Japanese friend. Yeah. Well, your science speaks volume. Your theory is fatal flawed. She's standing on a box. I just realized. Jonah is standing on a box. Yeah, you kind of jinxed it. You just said it. I need to sharpen my mind deeper for the truth. It's a test. Yes. If the knife fell into the victim above, there's no way it could have hit her in the middle of the back. Under normal circumstances, that is. What are you implying? Counsel! There's a piece of evidence in the court record that would explain this inconsistency. That can explain how the knife fell and pierced the victim's back. We already have the answer. Goodness! Utter madness! Surely this must be the last time. Counsel, present the evidence of which you speak. This is the last inconsistency. The final piece of the puzzle. If Cecily make this sense of this, the truth will be laid bare at last. We have evidence that explains how the falling knife became larger than the victim's back is. I'm assuming we gotta present the burnt book. Do we present the crime scene photo too, or the burnt book? Yeah, we got 13 people. Hello, like 8 people now. This is the fourth book found on the scene. It's the final piece of evidence that the events will present. The burned book. Is that not Mr. Garro's book? Yes, and under circumstances, significance we know how it came to be at the crime scene in the first place. Photographic print clearly shows the book in question. I don't think it would have mattered. The victim holding it in her hand. As we know, no. It was the police constable that put the book between her fingers like that. Quite so. That's true. However, as part of his testimony, Cassini Lightning at the same point. But what made you place that book in the victim's hand? Oh, well, sir, that's because it's how I found it. We first ran over to the scene. The victim was already holding the book. So, when I moved it everything, I made sure it was still in her hand. In other words, the victim already picked up the book of her own violation. And clearly, this must have been before she suffered the knife wound. Well, I say so. After being attacked with a knife, I don't imagine she would be doing such a thing. Anything. I'll be right back. Okay, so I gotta be right back. It's gonna be a little bit. I just want to clarify, but I'm gonna try to be quick for what I gotta do. It's just gonna be a little bit. No, I gotta find my be right back screen though. It's gonna be a little bit. I just want to clarify that. So I'll try to not be long. If I can figure out how to switch my. So, be right back. Just 1 second. I'm trying to get this to work. There. Be right back, y'all.
I have returned! After being attacked with a knife, I don't imagine she'd be doing much anything.
So the question becomes, why did the victim have the book in her hand?
By Jingo! I'm beginning to see what may have happened now. I think I'm beginning to see what happened. What may have happened now. Oh dearie me.
We know the book fell from the top floor of Mr. Gabb's house into the pavement below. That's precisely the moment the victim was walking past. Yes, exactly that moment. The young woman was walking along the street in a light fog. When all of a sudden, a book fell right in front of her.
The book I threw.
Yes, Mrs. Garrett. What do you think the woman did? What would you do if you were walking along the book landed on the pavement?
Well, I really can't imagine it. But I suppose she might have reached down.
Yeah. And picked it up.
Yes, that's exactly what the woman in fact did. She picked up the book. Oh heavens!
And the woman reached down to pick up the fallen book up. What position would her back would have been in? Yeah, this is a crazy case, y'all. It's cool, though. It's a cool, crazy case. That's right. And facing the sky, completely and utterly defenseless. Then, in the very next moment, while the woman was still bent over picking up the book, done. Next object fell in the room was a jackknife straight in the middle of her back. And at the same time, walking by chance, behind Mrs. Green was the defendant, Mr. Nasumi.
But I never!
It appears that Mr. Nasumi, the woman simply collapsed on the floor. In the dark fog, he didn't see the knife falling from her above.
Ah!
And from that other direction, the constable and his wife saw nothing but the victim and her attacked her.
So there never was a real culprit to run from the scene of the crime in the first place.
No, this is nothing more than a series of unlikely events that culminated in a fortunate accident. And that is the real truth behind this case. Well, Mr. Garrett?
The very next time you showed me that knife, I had my suspicions. I wondered if perhaps to make it something like that.
There, old bean.
Poor Mrs. Garrett. Of course, I never meant it for any of this sort to happen, but it was all my fault, wasn't it? I take full responsibility. I let my anger get the better of me, and I threw that book. And I threw that knife as well. John, dear. It's alright.
I know.
I'm ever so sorry. Truly. I'm sorry.
Those are my sound effects. A round of applause for my sound effects, y'all, for this.
Lord 6, what news of Mrs. Garrow?
She's been taken to the infirmary and would appear that in a later extreme, especially flustered state. However, I believe she will recover in due course. There's no cause for the concern.
Yes, a news is that they could call Ezekiel Table's tragedy.
Myself,
The consequences of their actions.
there's some good news, however, my lord. I've just had word from the hospital where the victim has been treated. Her condition is improving steadily. The victim believes she will regain consciousness now, soon. It's strange. We've been talking about the victim all this time, but we never once met her. How wonderful. The woman is out of danger, it seems. Yes, that's good news.
So, Mr. Nasumi,
Yes.
on behalf of my fellow countrymen, I would like to take this opportunity to beg your pardon, sir. You came from your distant eastern homeland to study our great British culture, and have been repaid with a visible unkindness. Please accept our heartfelt apologies.
No, it was me who should be begging for your pardon. Oh no, Mr. Masumi. That evening, when the young woman just collapsed on the pavement before my eyes, I jumped in the wrong collision again in my confusion.
What conclusion, sir?
I was sure that the woman was dead. Yes, Councilor Lee said the same thing, didn't he? He thought she had been killed too.
You look a little lifeless.
It had been a year since I've arrived in Great Britain now, but I still can't get used to life here. I can't relax. I'm sure there's evil spirits lurking in the fog, like they're haunting me. His imagination really has gotten the better of him. Yes, poor man. So when it happened, I thought the young woman had been taken by the fog of the spirits. I should have never dropped my books like that and run away. I should have called for help, for a doctor, for the police. Instead, I managed to create a rift in the relationship, the trust between our two empires, and for that I am truly sorry.
One great season received spirit to work here, I think. One created that created a chain of unfortunate mishaps. We before the spirit of false conclusions. Next Lord Fenzix and our young lawyer from the east. That chain has now been broken, the spirit exercised. I commend you both.
Oh.
Now then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Yes, my lord. In concluding the trial, so that's one last of your decision regarding the defense's capability.
Are you ready to prepare your findings in the courts?
As foreman of the jury, I can assure you we'll reach a fair and just conclusion. I do declare the truth has been really cool at times. Well, I didn't suspect the woman next to me, that's for sure. Things from the old beans while she out of action. You know, but I know what the decision would be. Does this mean I'll finally be able to get out of here and start to work? Well, it's about time.
I say, I will call a corker of the store and tell my grandchildren when I get home, when I...
Well, Jim, Jerry, I hereby demand your final decisions. Mr. Foreman? Not guilty. Not guilty. Not guilty. Not guilty. Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Yeah, we won, she. We won, she.
Very well. I pronounce you not guilty. There you go.
We won the case, she. We won. Woohoo.
Advise, Mr. Sumi.
Oh, yes, my lord.
You are now free men once more. It is my hope that you will continue further education in British culture. May you never again be brought before me.
Oh, yes, of course. All my life, I swear I would never set foot in the courtroom again. I'm transported to tears.
Thank you, consuls. Court is adjourned.
We are done. We are done with the fourth. Oh, look, wait, you mean me? Of course. Is there any locum? Is there a locum here? Is there even one? Compared to the original locum of the Empire, your name has become rather short, has it? What's wrong with using my actual name? Oh, at last, I'm free. I'm free. Joyful, joyous, jubilation. Hey, it's hearty, happiness, hurrah! Oh, I'm pleased. Mr. Nasumi is delighted. Would it be so hard just to say that then? Locum, you did it! You saved me from the brink. The brink. You saved me from the brink. Well, what happened to the poor woman? Your fault, after all. I'm just glad everyone can see it now.
No, not that. Lovely, loyal, locum, lawyer. Yes. I mean, as I said before,
I'm just never gotten used to life in here in Great Britain. Every time I look over to my shoulder, I see a foreigner, and I have a tower. I see a tower of brick buildings. Looking down at me, laughing. Look at the little hunchback. Oh dear, I'm sure it's all in your head, Mr. Nasumi. But today, you look home. Yeah. He's alive. You stood firm in all those babbling British. You battled to the bitter end, laying bare the baffling truth. And when I beheld the blind fireworks among the... I bellowed, "Behold, the best ever born!" That's all. Well, that's very flattering, and we're very pleased for you. This has been given to me. A wonderful recount of my old friends back in Japan. Hard work. Oh, there you go, my dear folks. I apologize to keep you waiting. I rose late this morning. Look is back, she. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, what a pleasure to see you. Here, I see. I'm here a moment too soon. A disaster has been averted, I'm glad to say. Oh. The trial should begin presently, and I wish you the very best of luck. It just finished. What? No! Then my haste was in vain? Ugh! It's you! Hermlock Sholmes! Oh, have we met, sir? This is Mr. Masumi, the man you arrested, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, I see. I failed to recognize you at first. Our previous account of taking place in the gloom, either when you break logs or the prison cell. I just really couldn't care his face in the light. Charming. This is all your fault, Herlock Sholmes. You're the reason I had to go through this terrible ordeal. I'm going to give you a piece of my mind. My apologies, sir, but I assure you, I have placed you now. You're the fellow who abandoned your poor lady and ran off, are you not? had she taken to the hospital more urgently, I feel perhaps she would have regained consciousness by now. Oh. But it's unavoidable, I'm sure. We are but human after all. Anyone who would have been shaken by such experience. I do feel very bad about how I behaved. Oh, never mind then. What was it you wanted to say to me, sir? Nothing. Priceless. Oh, I'm so sorry, really, but that was quite priceless. Still, on the bright side, you had an extremely entertaining experience without paying a penny, and it would seem you were not even found guilty. Well, there's no right side. What have you done, Mr. Tsumi? Even after this, I'm still cursed by the spirits, and now by the Reaper. Ah, Lord Francis. I sort of forgot, when I'm facing it, what fix that court means. If you're found not guilty, you're still doomed. It'll be alright, Mr. Tsumi. Huh? The Reaper appears trying to make trouble. I will protect you. Hiya! What a perfectly executed. Much as I liked being turned on my head, a bit of a warning would be nice next time. We're almost done now. So, Mr. Tsumi, what do you intend to do now? You mentioned something about recounting your experience with burns back in Japan. Yes, I intend to return to my homeland soon. Oh. It's already been a year since I've arrived here in Great Britain. I've visited universities, libraries, bookshops, and I've been honored professors. I've learned so much of welfare and literature here in the city it's shaped. I've come to realize this, my calling to stay at home with my fellow countrymen about it. That's very touching, Mr. Tsumi. Or perhaps less violent terms. You wish to withdraw halfway across the floor to escape the terror of the Reaper's curse. That's not it at all. The more I learn the literature, the more the strange calling on my insides. I feel like compelled to return to my roots and attempt to pen my own work. Ah, I see. A work of literature by him. Could be interesting to read. And what of you, Missy, yourself? Sorry? But what about us? We returned to Japan alongside your mustache. Compare it. Why would we? Because none of the past has to be invited to London. How's it feel? And you are accompanied in the hotel prison, are you not? That's right, but we need to find logins before it bankrupts us. I can't say we can only afford 10 nights before the entire budget is exhausted. Well then, you could take my logins. Oh, the windowless room? Ah, but what it lacks in windows. It more makes up the floor, ceiling, and walls. Great. And of course, I'd be happy to leave behind a cursed evil spirit. Oh my, an evil spirit? Oh yes. It tries to suffocate you while you're asleep. It's an unsuitable wake-up call. Well, think about it, if that's alright. That's gonna offer you a more welcome alternative. Would you like to consider taking logins with me? Really? Well, if I can't visit itself. Though, It's up in the attic, I might add. Are you sure this isn't just a storage loft? I spoke with the landlady this very morning on the matter of the prize, and Iris is cleaning the room as we speak. You must come at once. I presume you have no luggage to speak of?
Oh, this is simply wonderful.
The cat is adorable though. I'm too overcome with words. So we're just looks at us for else then. Then it's settled. I have prepared a welcome dinner this evening. And you must come too, Mr. Sumi. I insist. I don't know what to say, but thank you. And yes. Wonderful. Now go to accompany the paperwork for your formal release. Mr. Sumi, it shan't be long. Someone's happy. Welcome. I knew that you wouldn't let me down. I'm truly delighted to have met you here in London. Likewise, it's been a privilege meeting you too. It's a shame we had to say goodbyes so soon. Well, I've come to realize that I belong here but look, we'll meet again one day. Yes, I'm sure. Hopefully by then I'll be a successful lawyer. Hopefully by then I'll be a successful author. Well, my dear fellow, a carriage appears to have arrived. Shall we go, Mr.? Yes, Mr. Holmes. I've lived. No, this is released in time. Beginning this evening. And so, since successfully established, we wrote to Mr. Holmes to become our newest home. 20.
We're still going.
Daddy room. So it's to be our new office, yes. Our office? I rather like the sound of that. Me too. It's simply wonderful, isn't it? Hope you can see this, Kazuma. It's only a small step. But I like to think that we're getting a little closer to your dream now. So, my dear fellows, do you like the place? Mr. Holmes, yes, thank you very much. It's a delightful room, Mr. Holmes. I simply adore it. Good, I'm pleased to hear it. I was not delighted to welcome you. Did you see his outfit change though? Did you see Sholm's outfit, new outfit? Hope everyone is hungry. It's nearly time for dinner. I'll eat as soon as Mr. Sumi arrives. We have a lot to celebrate. Iris, you must let me help you. Alright then, Susie. You can be in charge of the salad. Splendid. So, but his hair's all out now. It's been a while. So, how does it feel to have your own office in the capital? It's very exciting, actually. I can't wonder what adventure awaits us. Those are precisely my statements when I first established my office on this at these premises. He's not. No, he ain't bald. He's got hair. He got fluffy hair. Try to discover the dark truth of the city of London, that is. Sorry? London is a glorious place filled with wonder, opportunity, prophecy, and mirth. But the brightest of lights cast the darkest shadows. Shadows? What do you mean? Well, I believe you're well aware of the murkiness of London's facade already. So, once again, welcome to London. Of course, he isn't bald. He's got hair. Of course, at the time. I had no idea the significance of those words that Miss Shelton casually spoke, but it wasn't long before my turn came to lift the facade and see the truth of the murky left behind. And of course we're gonna save the progress. Adventure of the Unspeakable Story.
Get off that. Get ready. We gotta go.
Okay, I will.
No, get off now.
Okay, so we are not gonna stream it. We are not gonna stream. I'm gonna have to end the stream because I got somewhere to go tonight. Anyway, I would have ended the stream even if I didn't have anything where to go because we're finished with this. But goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, chat. I have to go somewhere. I would have ended the stream anyway, though, even if I didn't, because we're done with this. We're not gonna stream. We're gonna have to see you next time with the next crime, probably murder.